My name is Matt, and this task involves working with a vector class that uses interfaces such as iCompare and iCompatible int to compare elements and objects in the class or in the array. So I have defined iCompare. I've defined some comparers in here. For example, in here, a minus b compares the first element with the second element and sort it in an ascending order. But in the descending edge comparer, it goes opposite. The smaller number goes first, and then the second, and then the bigger number in a descending order. So A module 2 minus B module 2 puts the bigger number, even number, first, and then the odd number second. Now, for more complex objects such as student, we cannot implement the I comparable student. This means we cannot sort the students by default unless we use a custom I comparer student using the sort method. So we sort the students or objects by ID, and we also have done an extra sorting by putting the names in a Z to A first, and then the IDs from low to high after. Now, in this part of the code, which is the main part, we have applied some tests to check our sorting methods and vector. So I have created this vector with numbers in our array, and then we try to call it by vector dot sort. This sorts by default. This should be fine when we run it over here. Now we have done the same thing in test 2, 3, and 4, but with different orders. Like in here, we have done it in ascending order, and in here our vector is sorted using the descending int comparer, and we have done it in an even first comparer, which we define earlier. Now in test 5, if we uncomment this and students.sort, it's not gonna work. Now the compiler doesn't know how to compare student without the use of iCompare student vector. Now if you move to the test 6, we have sorted our we have told our iCompare students to sort this based on ID comparer. This is much more useful and much more efficient because we have directly told our vector students how to compare their students. Now in test 7, we also have compared our student objects based on this function, which puts the name Z to A and then ID high to low. And then we put out the summary over here.